All right, so in today's video, we'll be discussing about how to legalize documents and how to authorize your documents in Nigeria. You know, the reason why I did this video is that a lot of people have actually come to me to ask, what documents should I legalize? What documents should I authorize? Should I do this on my document? Should I leave this on my document? And I was like, okay, it would be nice because I know that a lot of people are in this situation, and it would be very nice to actually clear the air on this situation, because at some point I was also in this situation, and what I want to share with you are the tips and the process on how I actually scaled through this process. So the first thing you need to do is make sure your documents are complete with you. Like, you have them with you. You have your documents with you. So once you have your documents, you have to go to Abuja. Yes, if you're in Lagos, if you are in Port Harcourt, if you're anywhere in Nigeria, you have to find your way to Abuja. That is the first thing you need to do, because you have agents that want to do it for you. Sure, there are agents in your city, there are agents around you that say, okay, give me so amount, or do this for me and I'll do that for you. You understand? But you cannot entirely trust them, because this is your documents we are talking about, bro. You know, this is this is your document. So you need to be very, very careful on who you give your documents, because anything they do on that document, they want to go through the quick way for you. They want to go through the sharp way, and it may not really be good for you, because you may not know what they did on that document, and you just take it to go and submit. And during the verification process, they may find out that some documents are not legit. You may not even know. So you understand, which means you don't even know, you are blackout, you're just innocently submitting the documents you gave to an agent to authorize for you. And like that, it may lead to visa denial, and after that, it may even lead to banning. 5 years, 10 years, who knows? Depends on how they see the offense. That is why I always advise that it is very good to go through this process yourself. Once you go through this process yourself, you know that everything you're doing is confirmed within you. You know that I went through this process myself. I can answer any question regarding my documents because I went through the process myself. So the first thing, when you get to Abuja, you have to go to the Ministry of Education. The Ministry of Education is around the Secretariat. Once you get to Abuja, tell them you're going to Secretariat. There are a lot of ministries around there. So you find your way to the Ministry of Education. So once you get to the Ministry of Education, then again, you see a lot of people from the gate down to the staircase. A lot of third parties. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You assign authentication, authorization. Just tell them to show you the flow for authentication of documents. Just save yourself the stress. You understand? Then when you get there, you have to book an appointment. They have cafes there too. But if you can book an appointment online before going there, fine. Because you have to book the appointment, upload the documents you want to legalize. You have to upload them, then you get a printout. You understand? I'm not with the printout here. I would have showed you, but it's not more like an acknowledgement of an appointment. So once you do that, then you'd pay some fees. Once you get to the block of Ministry of Education, definitely you see people to direct you on what to do. But make sure you don't give your documents to people to do and say, wait here and let me go and do it for you. No, avoid that. Make sure you're doing everything yourself. Hold your documents like this. So you understand? Hold your documents like this and simply ask for directions. That is all you need to do when you get to Abuja. Just ask for directions at the Ministry of Education block. Now, once you book the appointment, you would now go to where they will put the sticker. So on the appointment portal, you need to upload all your academic documents. I repeat, all your academic documents only. And what are the academic documents? Your WAEC, if you are going for BSc, your WAEC, and any other additional academic documents. Maybe you did WAEC 2 times, or you want to add your WAEC and GCE, or you want to add your NECO. You understand? Then if you are going for masters, your bachelor's degree certificate, your transcript, then yeah, your just that is what you take to the Ministry of Education. Your educational document, that's proof that you did a first degree, which is bachelor's. Then the transcript, finish. So your transcript may have like 5 pages, 8 pages, depending on your type of transcript. But you have to make sure that you authorize all the pages. Once you get an appointment, you take it to an office they will refer you to. They have a sticker. The sticker has a barcode. You see where another thing is. The sticker has a barcode. So the registration you did online will come with that barcode. So that sticker they will put at the back of your document. Once you scan that barcode, it will refer you back to that Ministry of Educational website where your details are there. So imagine now that you give an agent your document to do that for you. He then went and just print out a empty barcode, paste it there so that he will not pay that application fee online. Are you getting my point? They just print out an empty barcode and place for you. Once you submit your document anywhere and they see that barcode, once they scan it, it is empty. You get the point now? It will be empty. So that's why in this process, you really need to be very wise. You need to be very wise and very smart. So once you're done at the Ministry of Education with your educational documents, I may be missing out some, but know that any educational document, any certificate where they give you for school, you need to get this. Any certificate where they give you for school, let me break it down. Now you go carry go Ministry of Education. Don't say you do not understand. For example, if you want to apply for anything school and they require for so documents from your previous studies, all that documents from your previous studies is what you take to Ministry of Education. Even if na private school you go, even if na public school you go. But as long as you went to that school in Nigeria, hello? All right. As long as you went to that school in Nigeria, make sure that Ministry of Education legalize that document. You understand? Because that is a form of Ministry of Education saying that this school is recognized in my country and the certificates you receive in your institution is legal. That is it for Ministry of Education. But you get the scope now why they say you should go to Ministry of Education. Because some schools, God help us, some schools are existing in this country. Nigeria. Some schools are existing, but they are not recognized. That is why sometimes if you want to go to school, ask questions. Go to schools that are recognized. Go to schools where they know that, okay, this paper from this school is recognized. Because if you go to any house school and you take it to Ministry of Education, they may not want to legalize it for you because this institution is not on the database. All right. So once you're done with your academic documents, the major point is all your academic documents, Ministry of Foreign Education. Nothing more, nothing less. Then from Ministry of Education, once you stand in front of Ministry of Education, across the road, look forward, you will see a very large park where, the offices around there, that is where they park their cars. By your right hand side, you will see a long restaurant with a Coca-Cola painting. Then there are some small business people around that large park. Just from Ministry of Education, cross to the other side and walk down. It's more like from the beginning of this road, you are going to the end of the other road. That is where you will see Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You see how I'm breaking this down for you? Or if you're not really clear with this description, from Ministry of Education, ask anybody around. They know the place. Ask anybody around. I beg, I'm going to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They will point it to you. It's not far. It's not far. You just have to cross the road and you will get there. Now, be careful again. Be very, very careful. Once you ask someone, the person says, let me take you there. Tell the person, no, don't worry. Just show me. You get? Why I said this is because, in Nigeria, we don't have fixed price for things. Especially in public offices. They don't have fixed price for things. If you go online, you see another price. If you get to the office, you see another price. If somebody now takes you to somebody's office, hey, you are now like the middle person. You are the contract. If somebody takes you to somebody's office, now you are the contract. The person is the middleman. Then the office they take you to is where the job will be done. What they will charge you? What they will charge you? They will charge you for the work, then interest of the person that did the work, and the commission of the person that brought you. See, you get my point. But if you have the money, you can go for that option because it's always quite easier and they can give you all this preferential treatment and attention because they know that they have something to gain from it. Basically, in Nigeria, we do things when there is a way we do things legally when we know that there is a gain attached to it. So they will really attend to you very well if you go through that third-party channel. Then if you go alone, sorry, my lips are dry and it's really affecting. Like the cold has really been much and it's not even winter yet. So you get. So that aside, that's why I'm trying to stay wet. So once you get there, once you get to Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you see the security people there. All right, they will ask you that, hello, you know where they go? Then I say, yes, you know where they go. Then I say, you know where they go. Because if you tell them, say, they will ask you, what are you looking for? Tell them you are going to authorization office. They say, you know there. Tell them, say, yes, you know there. Then cross the gates. Once you now get to the main entrance, because it has a lot of entrance, like the first entrance at the gate, then you walk down to the main building. It's a very big building. Then you see a main entrance where you see security people there. So once you get to that place, they will ask you where you're going to. Tell them you want to authenticate your documents, and they have a receptionist there as well. So the legal person you are supposed to ask your questions based on direction is the receptionist. So the receptionist will point to the direction where you need to go. So once the receptionist points the office to you, you understand. Once you get there and you knock on the office, because the offices, they all have doors. So you knock, then you'll be attended to by the woman. You still bargain. Because once the person comes out and tells you that, okay, you want to legalize your document or authorize your document, whichever one you use, but just know that you are in Ministry of Foreign Affairs to get your documents legalized and authorized. So you understand. So they will give you a price. I will not mention any price in this video. I'm not mentioning any price in this video because our prices are liable to change, and I'm very careful not to give you a wrong price so that you will have an idea of a price you're working with. Just have it in mind that it's quite affordable. It's very affordable, and you are liable to negotiate. Just that. So once you get to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the office, they will give you a price. You are free to negotiate. Bargain with them. Tell them that you are actually working on a lot of documents. They should please consider you for so amount. Sure, you understand? Because those documents you took to Ministry of Education, you bring them there. You bring them to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. At that Ministry of Foreign Affairs, there is a seal. More like a stamp. More like a stamp. You know a stamp. There is a stamp. So you understand? So it's you know stamp now. So it's more like a seal. Once they press it on your paper, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs logo will show. Then behind it, they will sign. So you understand? So that is the stamp. You know the first one is a sticker that has a barcode. That is Ministry of Education. The second one, Foreign Affairs, is a seal. You know people that go to bank now, like you know that seal. They seal on the paper that will show the logo of a company. Then you sign. They will sign behind, or I think behind the paper. That is for Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So once you get to Ministry of Foreign Affairs, all the papers you took to Ministry of Education, you would have to take them as well to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So at that Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you would you submit all your educational documents. That is your transcript, your diploma, your certificate, your WAEC. And now, at this point, you need to be very careful. A lot of people make this mistake. In Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you have to legalize almost all your documents, if not all, because I'll be listing out the ones you will leave out. But apart from that one, every document you are submitting, please legalize them to be on the safer side. A lot of people will come and say, I don't need to legalize this one. I only this one that I need to legalize. I will be mentioning some few documents for you. Now, your educational document sorted. Now your bank account, your statement of account needs to also be legalized. But there is something about that one. You see your statement of account, it has a lot of pages. If you have the money, if you know you have the money, you can do all the pages. You understand? But if you know you are working on a budget, do the front page. That is, stamp the front page where you have the first page, page number 1. Stamp the first page. Stamp the middle page. You can stamp like 2, the middle page. Then the back page as well. Stamp the back page. Do you understand? Because the first is the first. The first page is what matters, and the last page. But some people can go extra mile to stamp all the pages. It doesn't matter. As long as the first page has the seal and the last page has the seal. Sure, you understand? That's for statement of account. And for the statement of account, if you are sponsored, if you are self-sponsored, you have to attach it with some other documents, like if you are self-sponsored, maybe you are self-employed. If you are self-employed, you have to add your corporate affairs commission, that is certificate of incorporation. You have to get it stamped as well. You have to get your tax duty, the tax papers. You have to get it stamped as well. Please and please, any document you cannot get in Nigeria, don't go and forge. I beg. If you can't get them, tell the visa officer that you cannot get this paper. You can give him some reasons that, maybe due to this and that, maybe time and the rest, or you have attempted to get it, or just say you don't have. Just let them know that you don't have this paper. But make sure it's not the major papers. Make sure it's not the major papers. Maybe some basic papers like the tax clearance and the rest of that. But corporate affairs, if you are self-sponsored, and you are self-employed, corporate affairs commission, that is certificate of incorporation, that CAC paper, try to have it. Try to have it, because a lot of small businesses don't pay tax and they don't have tax papers. That is understood. But CAC, very important. So your statement of account must match your CAC. The name on the statement of account must match the name on the CAC. A lot of people do this mistake. Although your business name may be different, but the owner of business, the name must match the statement of account, because this is where a lot of people fail. They bring different sponsors, they bring different statement of accounts, they go and look for CAC, they just pack different documents with different names, and boom, they think they can go away with that. No, you'll be rejected. Get a statement of account of your sponsor, and okay, that is if you are self-sponsored. Now, if you are self-sponsored, you get your statement of account. Then the business incorporation. Your name may be Titilope Okoro. Your name may be Titilope Okoro, and your business name may be TO Enterprise. Understood? Because there is a barcode as well. I think there is a barcode on the Corporate Affairs Commission. Yeah, there's a barcode there that once they scan it, it will bring out the details of the proprietor of the business. So they will check the name there if it matches your statement of account. That is where some people fail or get denied for visa. So after that one, other documents. You don't need to sign your health insurance, your travel insurance papers. You don't need to bring them to Ministry of Foreign Affairs, because you don't need to. It's an insurance paper, like it's a legalized paper on its own. But police character certificate. You see, now police character certificate in Nigeria is very expensive. Very expensive. So whatever you're doing, you need to do it right. Because getting that paper twice is not easy. Getting that paper twice is close to 100K. You know the price now. Now check. So you need to be very careful. You need to be very, very careful, especially police character certificate, because anything that will make you get that paper twice is a whole lot of money. So for that one, you need to stamp your police character certificate. Some people don't stamp these papers, but it is written on the checklist that it needs to be attested. It needs to be attested by the what's it called? There's a name they use for it, but I know it's the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that owns that name. You understand? Then after that one, any other supporting document of your business, you need to get it notarized. So if you are self-sponsored. Then if you are self-sponsored but you are employed, the first one I brought is you are self-sponsored and you are self-employed. You have to get all the details of your business and you have to take it to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Now, if you are self-sponsored and you are employed, that is, you earn salary, you need to submit your statement of account. Your statement of account now must include the histories, like it has to be 3 months. 3 months. All the statement of account must be 3 months, because there's a point they were rejecting statement of account with more than 3 months, because it's a whole lot of work. These people are going through these papers. Here, you understand? So they made it 3 months. if you are self-sponsored and you are employed, the statement of account has to have your salary history. That's to show your salaries. That's to have your salary. Then, that one is quite tricky because somehow, but you just have to show your salary and your employment letter. You need to also submit your employment letter. That your employment letter, you need to take it to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Let me come closer so that you can hear what I'm saying. You need to take it to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Then, if you have a promotion letter, maybe when you started your work, after a few years you got promoted, you have an appointment letter. That's the first one you get when you resume with work. Then you have a promotion letter. If you have any, you have to also take it to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. All these papers, why I'm saying you should take all these papers to Ministry of Foreign Affairs is to be on the safer side. Because a lot of people, they assume that these papers are not necessary to be recognized by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But it's very important because they feel you can just go and forge these papers. Even you taking the papers to Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they still suspect it because they don't have total confidence in our ministries. You understand what I'm saying? I've seen people that took their papers to Ministry of Foreign Affairs to get the stamps. At the end of it, they still say they have forged papers. So they don't have total confidence in our ministries. But to be on the safer side, you stamp first. So when you stamp first, you've at least they know that you took this paper to your own ministry for assessment. You understand? So now it's for them to also assess the paper. But if you did not take the papers to our own ministry for stamping, they will feel that this paper you didn't take it. Then they will put extra attention on the papers. You get my point now? That's why I always emphasize on take all your travel papers to Ministry of Foreign Affairs for stamping. It will cost you, but it will save you some, So all your travel papers, your passport, data page, you need to stamp it as well. The front page of your passport, The front page of your passport, you need to stamp it as well. If you are sponsored, the front page of your sponsor's passport, the front page of your sponsor's passport, you need to stamp it as well. Now, also people have issues with maybe it should be in colored or white and black. For your passport, make it white and black. Your bank statement, white and black is accepted. Colored is accepted. It's just that colors looks more official. Colored looks more official. But white and black is also accepted. I've seen someone that submitted statement of account that is black and white. Sure, you understand? As long as it is clear, it is readable, they can see what is written on it. They can see the stamp. Some banks have stamps, digital stamps and signatures. As long as those things are clear, it's cool. So you just have to get it stamped by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So once you stamp this document, then where did I stop? I stopped at self-employed. Now, if you are self-sponsored, if you are sponsored, if you have a sponsor that is, maybe you have a father, you have a mother, you have an uncle, you have an auntie that is sponsoring you, please listen to this information. Listen to this information. If you have a relation that is sponsoring you, make sure that this relation has the same surname with you. Make sure that your sponsor has the same surname with you. All right, you ask me why. Now they feel that if your sponsor bears the same surname with you, maybe your mom, your dad, your brother, your uncle, it shows that you are sponsored by family. You understand? You are sponsored by family, which is very cool. Then, if your sponsor now is not part of your family, maybe it's a extended relation or somebody, somebody that is worth sponsoring you, and the surname is not the same. It is, you know, quite somehow. Why I said it is quite somehow is that now, if you have the same surname with your sponsor, it is like there is a level of confidence they place on it. But if you are sponsored by outsider, like they reduce the level of confidence of your proof of financial status. Maybe you just went to loan an account, or maybe you just went to forge a statement of account with somebody's name because you cannot get enough funds. You understand? So there's a whole lot of doubt that comes with you having a sponsor that is not your surname. That's why I said you have to get a sponsor that has your surname. It helps. It really helps. Like it helps 20%. It has a 20% how do I put it? Not interest rate though. It has this chances. It has 20% chances that your visa would actually be considered, and you need to have enough money on your bank statement. And on that bank statement, please avoid something. Avoid dumping money in your bank account for proof of fund. No, it's very bad. Okay, let me break it down for you. If your bank statement is required to have 4 million naira as proof of funds for 3 months, it is simple. What do you do? The first month, put 1 million naira there. We all know the way these things works. That most times we buy proof of funds. You know, there are a lot of agents that say they have proof of funds, and you know, this is actually like a tip for you. You know, because what agents do that I've seen is they will open the new bank account for you. They will put the money there, the exact money you need. They'll just drop it there, bah, and they'll tell you that, okay, you should be using the account so that you have history. No, it's wrong. It's very wrong. It's very, very wrong. If you, I think I'm supposed to do another video with this, with this information, because it's really voluminous. But I think I'll probably do another video on this proof of fund issue where I can talk elaborately on it. But for now, for the sake of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, your statement of accounts, you just need to, you know, work on your statement of accounts. I will do another video where I talk elaborately on proof of funds, how to get a solid proof of fund, how to get a convincing proof of fund. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification buttons, because I'll be dropping a lot of tips on how to, you know, maneuver this whole application process, because the requirements are really challenging. I know things are hard, and you know, some of the requirements are far to be fetched, but there are ways we can get this requirements done. There are tricks we can use to get this requirement done. So turn on my notification bell so that when I drop a video, you would get to watch it in time and actually, you know, take actions as fast as you can. So, but for the sake of this particular video, which is all about the documents to legalize and authenticate, I would have to move to the next one, which is after your statement of account. Now you have to get your employment letter, your promotional letter, your if you have any additional papers you'll be submitting apart from your insurance letter. That is your insurance. You know, you need travel insurance. You don't need to authorize your travel insurance. Your affidavit of sponsorship. Affidavit of sponsorship, you need to stamp it as well. Some people don't stamp affidavit of sponsorship. Why? Like, why? You need to stamp it. Okay, so affidavit of sponsorship, you need to stamp it. Letter of sponsorship, you need to stamp it. There are two different things. Affidavit of sponsorship and letter of sponsorship are two different things. One is by the court, one is a letter. Okay, one is, let me explain more so that once you are gathering the document, you know what to get. One is affidavit of sponsorship, court, high court, either state high court, state high court or magistrate court, but I prefer state high court because state high court, like we said, state high court. So get a state high court, tell them you want to do affidavit of sponsorship for travel. They are aware of it. People are doing it. People are doing it. Tell them you want to do affidavit of sponsorship. When you are going, take your passport and your sponsor's passport. Your passport and your sponsor's passport. That is what you need for affidavit of sponsorship. Then you provide them with some details, your personal details, because it's more like a declaration. You know how we write affidavits now? It's more like a declaration. So you have to give them some details, you understand? And the passport. So the passport will be placed on top of the paper. Your passport, your sponsor's passport with a stamp on it, on the paper. Then that paper, you take it to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Ministry of Foreign Affairs will still put their own stamp. That is affidavit of sponsorship. Then letter of sponsorship. That one now is your sponsor that will write it. But if your sponsor is not really educated, your sponsors can't write the letter. Write the letter. It's even advisable you write the letter yourself. You know what you want in your mind. You know what you want, like, you know how convincing you want the letter to be. Write the letter. Give it to your sponsor to sign. Shikina. So you see, there are two different letters now. Affidavit of sponsorship is different. Sponsorship letter is different. So the sponsorship letter is more like your sponsor saying that I'm willing to support financially. I'll be covering your expenses. That's the letter in the letter. Why the affidavit is swearing that he will. You know, the other one is I said I will. So the one you took his passport to court is more like he's swearing that I will. So it's not that he's just writing a letter. He's saying that he's swearing that he will sponsor you. That is for sponsorship. So that's why his passport has to be there. And I said earlier, it gives you more edge if the person has the same surname with you. Do you understand? Even if you don't look for somebody that has your surname. A lot of people are bearing the same surname. Like, you can go outside now, you have somebody that is bearing your surname. You people may not resemble, but it's the same surname. Tell the person. Because sometimes sponsorship is more easy. This brother, you are bearing the same surname. Come, do this for me. You tell the person what to do for you. But that one is, I'm just saying. Do you understand? Then, what again? I've talked about the letters, these bank statements, and any other supporting document. Any other supporting document, make sure you take it to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Okay, guys, if I'm forgetting any document you need to take to Ministry of Foreign Affairs, do not forget your educational documents. You need to take it to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Then your other supporting documents that prove other stuffs. Just make sure you are taking all your papers to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It is no crime if they stamp it. If possible, even if Ministry of Foreign Affairs put stamp on your forehead, it is a stamp. It's just saving you some doubts at the embassy. Why didn't you submit this? Why didn't you submit this? It happened to somebody I know that the person did not stamp a particular document. They did not collect it when it went for submission. Because he did not stamp it. They say he needs to stamp the documents. Like, he was supposed to submit Corporate Affairs Commission. Included. But he did not take it to Ministry of Foreign Affairs to stamp. When he now took it to VFS, when they were checking the documents, they saw that the Corporate Affairs Commission was not stamped. They took it aside. Yeah. They took it aside. So, like that now, they said he needs to stamp it. That if he doesn't stamp it, they won't collect it. So what the guy did was, he had to submit those ones. because their own is not that your document is complete or it's not complete. They don't care. At that VF, they don't care. If you submit incomplete document, they don't care. They'll pack it for you like that. Bam. They'll send it to Turkey. They'll send it to Turkey like that. So if you are lucky doing your interview, they may request for supporting documents. This person I'm talking about was very lucky that when he was doing his interview, the interviewer asked for the document because they know the necessary documents you need, because it's their country you are coming to. They know the documents you need. So they asked him if the business is registered. He said yes, that the business is registered, but they said they can't find the document here. He said it's available on request, and they said okay, send it. Send it. But you have to be very careful. It doesn't happen to everybody. That's why you need to be very careful. It doesn't happen to everybody. They may not request from you because they may and they may not. You just need to be very careful, because they can just take a decision without asking you why this document is not available, because they may assume you don't have it. And that's why we need to be very, 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 very careful and prayerful while we are doing all this document process, because that is our own part of the application process. That is our own part. So guys, I guess in this video you've been able to learn one or two. Even if it's not two, at least you've learned one thing you get that will help your visa application process. So guys, don't forget, click the like button, drop your comments, anything you feel that I need to talk about, anything you feel I should clear you on, drop it on the comment section. I will definitely answer you. My social media handle is there, it's on the video, so you can reach me on my social media handle. My Instagram is there, you can reach me there, and my WhatsApp is there as well, so you can reach me on these platforms. And reach me on social media and I will give you my WhatsApp. So guys, watch out for my next video, and I'll be dropping more informative videos about that statement of accounts. That will be my next video. So the statement of accounts, you can check it. I'll be uploading it next on my video. So thanks guys for staying with me. I know the video is long, but it's quite informative. So please watch everything. Jot down the informations I've provided and make sure you work according to this information, please, because it will actually help you a lot in your visa application. So bye for now, till we meet again. Au revoir. I love you guys. My name is Kingsley Okore and I'm here to serve you. Bye.